we also have this content that I organized. What are some of the things you're supposed to put into consideration when designing a website using HTML tags? One, let me enlarge it. Things that you're supposed to put into consideration when designing a website using HTML tags. One, you're supposed to have a computer. This is just like a media that you're going to create the software from. So the second and number two, in case you do not have a third-party software, that is the web authorizing software, like the Expression Web, Dreamweaver, and the other examples that we saw at first, you can use the notepad of the computer. The notepad is just inbuilt. You just like you come here in the search, you just write notepad. It's here. You open it. So this is the notepad. Okay, so the third one, the file extensions are meant to be saved as .html. .html, these are file extension of the web pages. So this, like for example, this notepad, you are supposed to save it as let me give it like index dot, let me put in small letters, index dot html. So this is it. I've saved it. So that is it. Number four, all files, like for example the audio files, the video files, the pictures, to be used in the process of designing a website are meant to be put in one folder. Whatever you're going to use is supposed to be in one folder. Like for example, if you have started linking different web pages, if they are not in one folder, it might not give you the desired result that you want. So, and another one, this greater than and less than sign, that is, I'm talking about number 5. They're the ones that we use in opening and closing, as opening and closing tags, whereby we put inside them, like for example here, we put the character that it defines a particular tag. Like for example, it can be heading, it can be ordered list, unordered list, it can be a form. So that one. Number 6, endeavor to open and close the opened tags, except those which can neither be opened or closed. Like for example, the BR and the HR. The BR is just the break to make the content or the sentence or the text to go to another line. So if you want your text to go to another line, you just put this BR, but it's supposed to be enclosed. For this one, HR, just this one is the for horizontal line. And I normally use it if I'm using HTML tags. I use it to differentiate between the header, the content, and the footer, so that I put the horizontal line under the header and also on top of the footer. The footer is usually at the bottom of the web page. So number 7, the slash sign is meant to be put in the less than, and the greater than sign before any character. That one is when you are closing the tab. Number 7, the slash sign is meant to be put in less than or equals to. Let me give one example here. Like this. No, this one is empty. Let me use this. Like for example, we have the body. I can say I want to put here heading 1. This is now I'm opening the heading. I can say here teacher Matwa Benard. And after that, I'm supposed to close that heading. I'm supposed to put the slash sign, and I say I'm closing heading 1. Closing heading 1. After that, I save, and here I refresh. Refreshing is just F5. So you see it has come as the heading. And from here I can do more other changes to differentiate it. Let me say like the body, I want the BG color. BG color, that's the background color. I want it to be yellow. I save and I refresh F5. I refresh it F5. You see the background color changes to another color. So this one is just a basic. We are going to handle it. What I was trying to tell you, you are supposed to close the tag that you are talking about. You opened here the heading, you're supposed to close it here. So we have the proper alignment of the content, either from the left, center, or right. Like for example, I can do for this one very fast. I can say this heading, I want it to be aligned in the center, and here I put it to be, I put the slash sign to show that I'm closing it center. I save, then I come here and I press F5. I refresh. You see the text comes to the center. So we are going to handle it. So we go to number 9. Define the header, the content, and the footer of the web page. As I told you, the head is usually on top, the content in the middle, then the footer down. Number 10, save the first page as a index.html. We talked about it. And also endeavor to write the correct spelling of the tags you use. Like for example, BG color. Someone might be in position to know BG color simply means background color. But if you put their background color in full, it will not come. Even if when you're writing, like you want to import an image in the web page, you are not supposed to write in a full way. We shall handle it also. Then you are supposed to write correctly the file extensions. If it's .jpg, write jpg. If it's .png, write png. If you write any other information within that file extension, it will not give you the required results. The good thing with web designing, when you are working with codes, what you do is what you see. If you don't see what you want, then you just know you have done a mistake. So those are some of the things that you're supposed to put into consideration when you are working with the tagging using HTML tags. So from there, let me show you some structure that we are going to be using here. That is this. So this one, we are going to handle it in detail, structure everything one by one, so that after we understanding, we are going to now begin. We are going to begin designing some website whereby you shall be attempting some questions. Then we come up with a wholesome, some nice looking website, as I'm going to show you after this, some website that I made using HTML tags. So what you see here, the basics HTML tags by me, teacher Matwa Benard, teacher of ICT. So the first one is the exclamation doctype.html, then we followed by the HTML. Then from the HTML you go to the title. The title, as I told you in the first, it's usually displayed here at the title bar of the web browser, and in this case it's shown in this tab. So the body, as you are going to see, the contents that are meant to be in the body, and also some of the contents. We have the heading. As I told you, headings run from heading 1 up to heading 6, and the first heading appears to be bigger, and the more it proceeds to 6, the smaller it is. The P simply means the paragraph. You just write it, text. The paragraphs do not change. As for it, there's no effect on the text. So the heading, as you can see, this is the opening of the heading, and this is the closing of the heading. A paragraph and a closing. When I say closing, the closing should have that slash sign or the stroke sign. As you can see here, title, we have closed it here. HTML, we opened it here, and we are closing it as the last one. It's just like, is it called the stack? First in, first out. In other words, first in, last out. What you open first is what you close last. We started by opening HTML, we are closing it last. So that is it. The description of these structures, the text between the HTML, the opening HTML and the closing, describes the web page. For the body, these are the visible content of the web page. What you see, everything that you see are put in the body. Headings, H are displayed as headings, P is described as a paragraph, and the title, as I've told you, is usually displayed here on the title bar of a web browser, and it is usually centered in a particular tab. So we go to this one, linking the. Actually, you're supposed to also be watching this video as you write aside these codings. So if you want to link pages, like for example, I'm going to show you, but this is just an overview, then we shall go into practice. So if you want to link the web pages, it is you open the less than sign, ahref, then you write equals, then you open the quotes and you write the web page that you want to be linked. Then you close here, and this text is what is going to be shown there. In other words, you will click in this text and it will take you to this page. We shall do it practically. Then inserting the image you open, this is the src, is the image source. If you want to import the image into your website, and you put the name of the image, remember, never forget to put the file extension of that image. And with that file, with that image, you also assign the width and also the height of that image that you want to put. Then we go to application of the break. Break, simply you use it when you want to proceed to the next line. That's when you put the break. We just see open BR as for it doesn't involve any slash, just like that it appears there. So we also have a background color. Just say the background color because it's the visible part of the website. Like for example, this one that I have just made, I said body background color yellow. In other words, I want the background of the body to be yellow. That was the result. And for this case, I think you've ever seen a website whereby the background of the web page is an image. So this is its code. You write body style equals to, you open the quotes, you say background, you want to put, you put that dash in the middle, image, then the column, you put URL, then from here where I put the image abbreviation img, that's where you put the name of that image plus its file extension, you close quotes. That is now single quote, close the bracket, then you put the semicolon, then double quotes, then you close, then the image will appear as the background image of the web page. So from there we have the list. We have, I so far know 3 types of list, whereby we have the ordered list, unordered list, and the definition list. When you talk about unordered list, when you write an ordered list, it comes in form of dots. Like for example, this one, coffee, it will be like dot coffee, dot milk. And when you talk about ordered list, as you can see the word ordered, it will appear 1 coffee, 2 milk. We shall do it practically in the next video, as you are going to see. Then we have the definition list. The definition list is just like for describing, like for example, I can say, let me give an example here using Microsoft Word. Let it open. I'm trying to explain what a definition list is. Like for example, I can be asked, what is your name? So when I'm asked what is my name, the act of leaving space between the margin up to here, I say my name is Matwa Benard. So the act of you leaving the space from here, where the margin is, up to here where M is, that is what we call the definition list in the website. So this is a definition list. Then we have tables. Tables, it involves the use of rows. In tables, we have what we call the table row, 1 row, also the table data. The more table data that you put in 1 row, the more it divides itself. We shall see about it. We have also working with forms, like how to put the first name, last name, have submitting information via the email, and with the password we are going to see how to limit a password to a specific number of digits. Radio button, this one is the one that you normally see in websites, like when you are filling a form, are you a male or a female? You just choose one alternative among those ones. You click in one, then it shows you. So the checkbox, have you ever gone into an application form on a website and it has small boxes, you tick in them? So that's what we call a checkbox. I'm going to show you how it looks like. Drop down, usually you click in some small arrow facing down and you see more options or alternatives and you choose from there. That's what you call a drop down. Then we also have these ones are dealing with the text, like how to change the font color. You just put font color, then you assign it a color that you want. Then where you see this text, that's where you put the text that you want the effect of the color to be applied on. Like for example, this one I've put red. If I'm to use this text, it will appear red. Then we have the font size. You just use the same logic. You say font size, like for example 5, and it will increase on the size of the text. Then we have the page color. The page color now, this is the body, the background color of the page. So just put page color, then you assign it the color that you want. These ones are not necessary there. So bold is just like the same with the Microsoft Word, making some text to appear thick. Underline U. Bold is B, underline is U, italicize is also I. But keep in mind you are supposed to be opening them and also closing them. Like for example, in italics, you open the italics tag, the text that you want to be in the middle, then you close the italics tag by putting the less than sign slash I, then you close it. So then we have the center align to put the text in the middle. Like for example, for this I've put it in the middle. Then we have left align, put the text in the left. We have the right align to put the text in the right. Master, you are supposed to be mastering the codes. Like for example, for left align, you can either use this tag, it can give you the result, or you can also use this tag, it will give you the result that you want. Then we have the strike. Strike simply means writing a text and a line appears inside it. Like for example, I can put here in this text that I've made, I can put here strike it. Just for the matter of time, let me copy it and I paste it to this side and I save. So this is how the text looks like, but when I say strike, let's see the effect. You see the line appears like I crossed the name. So then we go to the horizontal line. I'm going to show you it, and this horizontal line can also be edited. You can change its the length, and also you can change its color to a particular color. So that's about that. And then lastly we go to the button. You just open, as you are seeing here, you put the text that you want and you close the button. So that is generally the structure of these are the codes, the HTML codes that you use to make some nice looking website in a school setting, of which if you master this, you can work on the Dreamweaver, the Expression Web, everything will be manageable to you. So now I want to show a sample of the website that I have made using these tags. But before we go into there, keep in mind all these informations that you are seeing, they are all put inside here. They are all put in the body section, whereby you put the heading, you put the paragraph, you put the forms, you put the image, you put the links, all are put inside the body section of the website. As I told you here, the body, this is the visible page content. So all are meant to be put here. So lastly, let me show you some website that I have made using HTML tags. So go to the desktop. So this is the folder that I've made, and it has all the contents that I used to make the website. These ones that you see 00100, these ones I just renamed them for the purpose of ease of remembrance if I'm writing there, if I'm importing them inside the website. As you can see, the file extension is JPG. So that is it. This one, as you will see, having this icon of the Microsoft Edge. These are now the web pages, and this is a video that I put there, and we shall see how it comes about. So let me begin by showing you. As you are seeing, let me close these notepads. All of them, all these web pages about us, the contact form, gallery, homepage, index, service, thanks, the web page, all of them I designed them using the HTML tags. Like for example, if I'm to show you the welcome page, I right click, I say open with the notepad. This is the content. This is now the back end of the website, the back end of the page. For users, okay, let me open it so that what a user sees is this. And me as a web designer, when I see this, what comes in my mind, the codings that someone used to write this information, of which they are these ones. These are just codings with the text. So this one is about us, actually the welcoming page. I'm just opening it there. I'm opening their codes so that you can see I use the codings. The thanks, open with notepad. As you're seeing, this is the coding for the thanks. The services, open with the notepad. This is the coding for the service page. Then the index page has the home page, open with the notepad. No, this one was the other one that I made, but I did. The home page, open with notepad. So this is the contents, the taggings that I used to create the home page, as I'm going to show you how they really look like. So as for these ones, for the matter of time, let me end from there. So let me begin with the welcoming page. So as you can see here, the text was changed. I used some features here. I used like for example here, I used the heading. As you are seeing, it's appearing big. I used the italics and also the paragraph, and this is a form. And from this form, like for example, I can input my name here, Matwa Benard. Yeah, this is my name, and I put here a delimited password to only 5 characters. A character exceeding 5, it will not accept. It will just send in 5, like for example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The moment I click on more keys on the keyboard, it will just end there. And if you are to see, it ends on only 5 characters. So from here I log in, and when I log in, I had put the links, so that when in that button, when I click in that button, it takes me to the home page. In other words, the user has clicked there. So this is the home page, and I'll still continuously tell you some of the features that is used. As you are seeing, this line on top is the horizontal line, and it differentiates the header of the website, the content, and down here the footer. So from here I have the about us. The moment I click in it, it opens, and from here you can see this website is a private entity owned by teacher Matwa Benard. Teacher Matwa Benard is a professional teacher holding bachelor's degree from Busitama University, teaching teaching subjects ICT and entrepreneurship. So that is it from the about. Then in contacts, if you want to contact me, these are my contacts. Like for example, my MTN and Airtel numbers, Facebook, this is my name, WhatsApp, you can WhatsApp me through that. Then Twitter, that is X, you can type that, you get me. Also in YouTube, this is my name, and email, just in case you have something to communicate, that is it. So that is the contact. Then services, contact, did I forget? Yeah, let me go back here. In about us, I use what we call the unordered list. As I told you, on an unordered list, it has dots. So from here, this is about us. The contact here, I used the definition list. Then that is contact services. Here I use the ordered list. So ordered list has number 1, 2, 3, 4 to label your list, what you're talking about. Then from here we have this one I made a button, and this button is clicked. And the information, let me say the services that I offer: computer maintenance and repair, computer software installation and uninstallation, sale of computer hardware components, web designing, graphic design and videography, teaching and training, education resources and services. When you say education resources and services, they are like textbooks. Yeah. So I put here one video that was when I was opening the system unit, and in case you want to watch it, you can just click here and the video will open. So I say play, and if you want to increase the volume, you can put here. So this is the interior system. I can show you how to open it. So then we cover it. Yeah, so I've put also the video inside it, and so in case someone wants to make an order, you click in this button. Before I go into that, as you are seeing this information moving, in case you are interested of making an order for any services, please click in the button below. This to make this statement to move, I use what you call a marquee. A marquee is the one which is responsible for moving the text like that. So if you want to make an order, you click in this button and you fill in this form. To fill in this form, I used this one for inputting text. Like for example, I can say Matwa Benard. Sorry, let me use capital letters. Matwa no, sorry. Let me say Benard, last name, Matwa. Then the sex, this is what we call the radio button. A male. Nationality, say I'm a Ugandan. Services that I want, in case I want to the computer maintenance. This one is a radio button. For nationality, this one is what we call the drop down list or the drop down menu. Then from here, which service or services would you like me to do for you? This is now what we call the check boxes. You just check one or you tick what you want. The moment you click in that box, it ticks what you want. Like for example, assuming I want to maintain my computer, I click this. I want you to design for me a website, I click this. I want you to come and teach in my school, I take this. I want to some educational services like textbook notes, I take in that. Here, write a comment here, please. I can say like, for example, in 2 weeks time. In 2 weeks time. Then I submit my order. So from here, the order will take you to like a feedback page whereby it will say your request has been received. Thanks for ordering for my service. So this website, I entirely use the HTML tags to build it. As you are seeing here, the first one, like I didn't restrict so much. Login, and here it displays my goals, mission, objectives, core values. So this one about us, it gives you the information. As you can see, I also put images inside. There's one page that I didn't show you about the gallery. This one I use the table, and with that table I use the 4 table rows. That is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. Actually 5 table rows, and within each row I use the 3 table data. So that is the gallery. This is now, it portrays what I do: web design, videography, and also some of my pictures. So this is enough for today. Thank you for watching. We meet in another video. Like, share, subscribe.